In this project, I'm going to cover two major ideas, sports and religion. My research presents a question: in what ways do sports mimic religion? Sports and religion are two of the most fundamental ideas in our society to date. Studying the relationship between the two can give us important insight into our values and beliefs as a whole. I conducted a survey consisting of 9 questions in total, 3 which were basic demographic questions. The rest of the questions I provided were to answer my research questions. The people that participated and completed my surveys were family members, friends, and individuals I have on my social media platforms, and even some students I had classes with. I resorted to sending out a link to all my classmates and people that I know over social media, and the results were both from men and women and those who identified as other, and ages ranging from 11 all the way to 43. In our first one, we have gender, which we asked which gender they were, and over 50% put male, and then the lower majority was female. And then we did religion, which vast majority was Christian, and then there was a higher but smaller percentage of atheists and Muslims. And then we did involvement, which was basically asking whether they play the sport or not. Over 60% did participate, and then 20% watched or were a fan of. And then we asked how much time spent, and over 50% said that they spent 1 to 2 hours either watching or playing the sport. We also asked whether they believe sports give people purpose. Vast majority said that yes, sports do give each other purpose. There was one person who said no, they didn't. We asked whether they had idols or famous athletes that they looked up to, and over half said yes, there are. And then we asked whether they think religion and sports have similar values or teach similar values, and vast majority said, was very on the positive side that yes, they do. Based on my data, I have a lot of information to help answer my research question: in which ways do sports mimic religion? The question asking people to rate the statement, sports give people purpose, provided evidence that shows that sports, just like religion, give people purpose in life, and it is a calling for some people. Just like how some people dedicated their whole life to religion, some dedicate their whole life to a sport. The survey question asking if there is a pro athlete that you look up to shows that in sports. There are those who are greatly valued and looked up to almost as gods. Just how gods of religion symbolize can influence and inspire followers, so can athletic figures. People come together to almost worship a team or even player at a sports game, just how religions come together to worship their gods or idols. Sports and religions both bring large communities together regardless of the reasons. Most people also agree that religion and sports teach similar morals. A good majority of those who claimed they weren't religious also agreed that religion and sports have some moral traits that intersect. The most obvious ones are those like respect. Just how in most religions you are taught to respect others who don't believe in the same thing, you do in sports and are taught to respect others on different teams. Lastly, almost everyone who played a sport expressed that they had to sacrifice to play their sport, whether it was time, money, friends, or sleep. Just like how in religion you must sacrifice time for worship, in sports you must sacrifice time for practice. Just like how in religion you must sacrifice money for offerings or to be part of the group. In sports you must sacrifice money to play and be part of a team. Research limitations. Some difficulties I found were getting enough participants for the survey. Reaching out to those who I weren't close with would make me a little nervous. And another problem I encountered was getting very simple answers for the open response questions. This made gathering data pretty difficult. Another thing that could have improved was making a few of my questions more detailed instead of so generalized, because it didn't target a single thought or argument. Recommendations for further research include some things that I believe require more research is how people that weren't religious still saw the relationship between religion and sports and how there are similar traits between the two. In conclusion, this research and data was important to find the relationship between sports and religion. This is important for everyone to know because there are very two relevant topics in our society as well as many others and can help us understand human values and behaviors between the two.